Real-world impacts of the government shutdown are starting to add up for Americans right now as we enter day 38 this morning. We have a lot to cover, from a major update to food assistance to flight reductions nationwide.
So let's start with SNAP. Yesterday, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP benefits by today. This after the USDA, the agency that runs SNAP, said it only has enough in an emergency fund to pay out roughly half of the November benefits. The administration quickly appealed the order, so things are still in a bit of a gray area. The judge says without the funding, 16 million children are at risk of going hungry. It often takes a week or more for the money to be loaded onto cards once states initiate the process. So even if it gets resolved today, we are not expecting an immediate solution.
As for those flight reductions, starting today, the FAA is gradually rolling out cuts at airports, 40 of them nationwide, some of our largest in the country. SEA is one of them. That's where Savannah Welch is live this morning. Savannah, what can travelers expect if they're headed out today?
Well, Jake, first off, right now we're tracking about 27 cancellations here at SEA, so really not too many impacts this morning, but still compared to other airports, we're hearing reports of long lines and delays and those cancellations, which could really be a problem for people flying out of SEA with connecting flights. Nationwide, more than 800 flights are canceled this morning as airlines start cutting service to relieve pressure on air traffic control. Delta says it's scrapping about 170 flights today. American says it's cutting about 220 flights a day through Monday. Alaska says it's canceling a limited number of flights but does not expect international routes to be impacted by this. We talked to several passengers, including one man driving 12 hours from Montana to Seattle to make this weekend's game on Sunday.
We have tickets to Cardinal Seahawks on Sunday, so we didn't want to risk losing those. So we were coming either way.
We were nervous. That's why we're here extra early today. Hawaii is not a terrible place to get stuck, but we don't want to get stuck away from our dog and away from our home. So we're hopeful we'll be able to get back on Tuesday.
The FAA says the cuts start at about 4% today, Friday, and will ramp up to 10% by November 14th to give airlines time to adjust to these changes. Major airlines, including United, Alaska, Delta, and American, all say they'll offer refunds if you decide not to fly. That's even if your ticket isn't normally refundable. Now, SEA, the airport itself, is also collecting donations for workers. That includes non-perishable food and essential items. You can drop those items off at the conference center lobby. We'll be here throughout the morning tracking the changes and updates and let you know as soon as we learn any new details on flight impacts here at SEA. At SEA Airport, Savannah Welch, King 5 News.
All right, thank you, Savannah. By the way, Washington's Yakima Nation is declaring a state of emergency as the legal battle over SNAP benefits plays out.
They say many families there are struggling to put food on the table because of these SNAP cuts. Tribal leaders say nearly 30% of members depend on those benefits, and the community is desperate for help.
We have a lot of elders that take care of their grandchildren. And so this hurts not only our elders, but our young ones. The longer it goes, the harder it's going to hit our people.
So we're hoping that through the state of emergency that the governor will step in and possibly help out as much as he can. The tribe is asking Governor Bob Ferguson to step in and help. We've reached out to the governor's office for a response and are waiting to hear back. Our Home Team Harvest campaign is underway right now. Along with our partners at Northwest Harvest, we're hoping to raise $5 million to provide food for our neighbors all across Washington. You can scan this QR code to donate or give directly at your local Safeway or Albertsons.